Welcome back to the Parking Lot Podcast. Today I have on
Hannah Ossowski.
We both work at Falls Creek. She is on a staff that's not my staff. Yeah. How's it been going this week so far?
It's been going great. I'm on rope staff. Ropes is, let me just say this, ropes is like very demanding. It's awesome. I love rope staff. I don't think I could do any other staff, quite honestly. Like, the heat sucks sometimes, but also, like, if you're on zipline, you get the breeze.
I never thought about that.
Okay, so, like, whenever you're in, like, receiving deck, so, like, the quad zipline, it goes over Baptist Lake. Whenever you're on receiving, you get more of a breeze than if you're on sending, which you would think it'd be the other way. I personally think you get more of a breeze, especially if you're the one receiving or deharnessing. But if you're standing off to the side like this, like, you're not going to get much of a breeze.
No.
But also, they have fans up there, too. So, it's nice. And I love the part when it gets really hot and you can literally get coached with the water bucket at the end. I've done that twice.
All that ice that took so long to get at the coffee shops.
I'm sorry. It's so fun, though. There's a video. There's somebody that's a video of me doing it a couple weeks ago. It was really fun. I'm soaking wet both times and freezing cold, but I do not regret it.
No. And we're talking about dumping the whole bucket?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, because sometimes the water gets used and sometimes it doesn't.
What is the water for? Is it for staff to drink?
It's for staff.
Okay.
Because think about it, I personally carry 2 water bottles every single day. One of these has electrolyte packet in it with water. It's raspberry lemonade flavoring with Propel flavoring. And then this one's just plain water. I just always carry 2 because today it also came in handy because Eleora forgot her water bottle. So guess who let her use her water bottle?
Yeah, if you guys forget your water bottle, you're gonna like pass out.
Yeah, so like, can you see why we have it now? Like, more so, it's like they're constantly hounding us. Like, our team leads will talk to us and be like, how many bottles of water have you drank? Like, last week I was on zipline with Tate and Maggie, and I was with Tate like 3 times, I think. No, 2 times. He's my favorite team lead. Quite honestly, he's my favorite team lead. He literally asked several of us. He goes, "So how many bottles of water have y'all drank?" He would literally just stop and just randomly ask that. And some people were like, "I drank 2," and he goes, "Good." And one person said 1, and he's like, "No, that's not good."
Yeah, and you have to be locked in. Like, ropes, you can't mess around.
No, you have a life in your hand. Like, think about that. Like, specifically whenever you're sending someone, like, if you screw up one little thing, like, it can be the matter of life and death.
Yeah.
Like, I think about it of this, do I want to be responsible for someone's death? Like, I don't ever screw up. I double check everything, because whenever you're sending, so you unclip the secondary carabiner, because there's a secondary carabiner like clipped to their harness. Mm-hmm. And then you unclip that first. Then you have to pull down on the line and put the trolley on, which is what carries you all the way across to the receiving deck. Then you put the secondary carabiner on the line and there's like a little slot on like the on the trolley. Like, that secondary carabiner is in case for some whatever reason the trolley were to fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Trust the gear is what we always say. Like, trust the gear, trust the gear, trust the gear. Like, it's metal, it's heavy. There's a harness for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, you put that on and then you click check, which means like you you grab this part and you're like click checking that it's staying, type of thing. You click check the carabiner and the trolley. And then you have to do a mount and valley check, which is like checking the helmet, the harness, making sure everything's tight, which it should already be tight by that point because you've been harnessed and you've been helmeted.
Yeah.
It's just, and you have to go over rules like this. Like, today, the amount of times I've said this, make sure whenever you're going down the zip line, you can either hold on to this green tether, your handlebars, or nothing at all. Make sure you do not touch this wire under any circumstance. Make sure whenever you're going down, you don't go Superman, upside down, or cannonball. And please do not run or jump off this deck. And put your feet up at the end. The amount of times I've gone through that today, crazy. There was this one girl, like, sorry, this is like random. There's this one girl, really reminded me of myself today. I was like, like my first summer coming here for collegiate week, I did not want to go down the zip line. Like, I was like, nope, I'm scared of heights. Nope. And my friend, his name's Garrett, he literally dragged me up the hill. Dragged me, essentially. He's like, you're going. I was like, no, I'm not. And he tricked me and dragged me up the hill.
How do you get tricked? There's something up that hill.
And then I just ended up going. And he's like, Hannah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And I was fine. I was fine. I loved it. But it reminded me a lot of that. And then she was like, can you pray? And I asked her, I was like, do you want me to pray for you? And yeah, I got to pray over her. She ended up going. And then I ended up telling her, because Ellie, my roommate, was receiving her. I was like, tell Ellie, Hannah said to tell you happy birthday. It's an inside joke between rope staff to tell people, for like, if sending people to tell kids to tell receiving people stuff. It's so funny. I got told Merry Christmas at one point a couple weeks ago. It's July.
Hey, I played Christmas music today in the
really?
in the retail.
Yeah, but it's just so funny. Like, I really do agree that ropes can sometimes be seen as like a really, like, what's the word, a cult. But like, we're all family. Like, we're all family in the sense of we support one another. We can go to people about things. Like, we wouldn't have our family groups if they didn't think that we wanted to be family.
No, what's a family group? Okay,
so you know how, like, Falls Creek has discipleship groups within everybody, right?
Yeah, the things we do on Sundays.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for ropes, Christian made family groups, which consisted of two of our team leads, a guy and a girl. Okay. And it's like, it depends on how many people are in yours. I think there's like 6 or 7 people in mine, but 2 people are gone right now, so it's kind of small, ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Which ours is on the smaller side, which is honestly kind of nice. But that's how we kind of learned a lot of our stuff with, like, going to eat. That they were doing it, like, it was just, I didn't think it was necessary, but it just wasn't for me. So we ended up venturing out, and I found Den Bible. Now a decision that we're still in the process of making of, like, do we go to the bridge or do we go to Overflow? Personally, I want to go to Overflow, but it's a decision me and Gage have to make. I'm just like, guys, I don't really want to make the decision. I just want to go to Overflow, bro. All my friends are there.
Is it young adult ministry?
Yeah. Okay. The bridge is young adult and college. Overflow is just college.
Okay. Yeah.
Overflow has provided me so much. I've been to Beach Reach twice, which is a mission trip we go on in March. I've been to Collegiate Week twice, and now I'm going into my 3rd time of going to Collegiate Week. And it's raining.
I've never been to I didn't know Collegiate Week.
Collegiate Week is epic. Like, I've met so many of my friends because of it. There's people from New Jersey and New Hampshire that have come to Collegiate Week.
And that's here?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the last week of August.
Here. Look, I was like, New Hampshire's crazy.
What?
New Hampshire's crazy.
I know. My dad's side of the family is actually from New Jersey.
Like, the drive, like, the farthest the staff member that lives the farthest away, I think, is in Colorado.
No, there's people from New Mexico here.
That's farther?
I believe it is. What?
I think I'll be right, yeah.
I've been to Colorado. I went to Colorado on my last thing with youth with a bunch of middle schoolers. And guess who's the oldest one there? Me. And you know what 6th graders were trying to constantly hit me with a pillow? Or they would be loud at 2 o'clock in the morning? Yeah. I wanted to slap some faces that weekend. Never again will I go to Colorado in a van with middle schoolers.
Yeah. I would never cross state lines with these people.
Like, as an early education major, let me prep it. I'm an early education major going to special ed at NCTC. I'll be transferring to TW next year. So excited to finally be at a 4-year. I'm at a 2-year, technically. But technically, I'm going into my 3rd year at NCTC because I took it slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have 2, like, advisor meetings in the next couple weeks because I have to talk to a TW advisor about, like, education programs, and I have to finish out my planning for my last 2 semesters at NCTC.
These are both like state schools, and so they have transfer agreements and stuff.
Yes, because they're both in Texas, and, like, with my program, so with my degree at NCTC, I'm getting my associates, but I'm not technically graduating. I'm just transferring everything over because I don't want to pay for that, and I just don't want to do that, you know? It just makes life a lot easier if I just automatically transfer and actually graduate with my bachelor's, the one that actually matters. Not saying that associates doesn't matter, but like with what I'm doing, it matters. That's the one that really matters. But like with NCTC, like love NCTC. Like I'm in my last 2 semesters. I'm very happy about that. I'm not happy about this next semester because it's all general classes.
I hate classes.
I'm taking like sociology, geology, humanities.
Geology's crazy.
I already took environmental biology, but apparently I need another one. I'm like, isn't one enough for you guys? Come on. Like, the thing with like my major, because my major's not very common. Like early ed is, but with what I'm going into special ed.
Yeah.
There's this one program that like they came out with at TW, which is why I'm having to talk to advisory. If there's more programs, because they're actually finally opening up special education actual programs that go into special ed instead of just early ed programs. And it's like bachelors of education in science, special ed, and ESL, which is English Second Language. I'm like, do I want to do that? I don't know. It's like,
that seems interesting. Special ed and like that.
I don't know why they can't just do special ed, but there was one that was just special ed, but it's like 4th through 8th, and I only want to teach K through 6, which is what my major, like it's EC through 6, which is kinder through 6th grade, because a lot of schools consider 6th grade still elementary school.
That's crazy. Not middle school. I don't know. I was early education, but then they're like, yeah, you need to switch to.
Why?
Well, because I want to teach history and teach high school.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I don't want to teach elementary school.
Yeah, so what's your major now?
History. Thought about changing it again today. What was I going to change it to? I don't know. I was going to double major. I was going to double major and get like a.
Yeah.
That one. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I thought at one point of double majoring and doing a minor in journalism. Like at first, okay, so let me preface by saying when I came into college, I was in between early ed and journalism. Because I was in journalism in my junior year of high school. I love journalism so much. I was even going to be in advanced. And then they didn't have a teacher for it.
That's
because
crazy. Advanced journalism.
Yes, they were going to do that, and then they didn't have a teacher for any kind of journalism class my senior year because 30 teachers left in my district.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Administration. That's all I'm going to say. Is let's just say
Texas is crazy
just say I know things because it's in my town.
It's supposed to be better in Texas.
It is better, but let me just say the bigger districts I think are better. Personally, not saying anything against small districts, but I come from a small district, so it might be viewed a little bit differently just because I was in the special education system, like all through school, basically. That's another reason, like, I'm going into is because I want to be an advocate for it, because a lot of, especially with all these new education laws, so, like, there's some education laws that are coming into effect this next school year. Like, we won't know the full effects of them until probably halfway through the school year, which is, like, October-ish, or first semester.
Yeah.
I know this because so I had a professor this last semester, Professor Jones. She was awesome. She teaches the special intro and special ed class at NCTC, and she's also a special education teacher in Louisville. Anyways, needless to say, we were talking about it because I taught to her, and she was the one that really pushed for me to go into special ed. Because I have so much knowledge about it. I have a lot of background with it. I know how it feels to not be heard. Yeah. Especially within that. Like, elementary and junior high, they did great with that. High school, different story. I have beef with my high school because of it. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Like, they did great things for me. I ain't gonna lie. But because of how much administration change happened after my junior year, they were, neglecting a lot of things. And a lot of the money that they used that went towards their new high school could have been used elsewhere. Like, I'm not saying we didn't need it. I'm just saying that you needed to apply for another grant to expand your special education program. Yeah. Because so many kids, okay, with this new law, it's deconstructing like the education system as a whole, and it's going from national to state, which is, it's not a bad thing. That's not what's going to suck.